Pom-Pom's not here yet?
Pom-Pom knows how to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Ahem! Apologies for the delay, dear passengers. Something important came up, so I, the conductor, had to spend some time preparing.
Yeah, what was so important?
I thought everyone knew. Our next destination is the planet of festivities, Penacony! I know everyone's eager to disembark and get to that famous Stellar Hotel, but before we set off, I should remind everyone of 3 things. First, Penacony is located in Asdana, a star system brimming with memoria, which has historically been one of the macro voids that leaked out from the memory zone. Even after eons, the memoria concentration up ahead is above normal levels. Usually this wouldn't be a huge problem, but everyone's different, so if you exhibit any signs of dizziness, hallucination, distorted memories, or any other symptoms, you should take them seriously. Second, Penacony is a colony belonging to the Harmony family. It also marks the first time this family has extended a public invitation to other factions. Please remember that the Express has been invited as a guest, and that we must adhere to any and all regulations.
Got it. When in Rome, as they say. Don't worry, conductor. We definitely won't embarrass the nameless.
Rome? Anyway, third and final. Rather than being a request, Pom-Pom has a favor to ask of everyone. If you could, I hope that while you're all on vacation, you could spare some time to help inquire about a few of the nameless.
Allow me to explain. Just like most of the worlds that the Express calls at, Penacony is one of the stops along the Silver Tracks. Several millennia ago, it was an IPC frontier prison, and it was the Trailblaze that connected it to thousands of stars. During that time, the Astral Express once visited Penacony. As with all meetings, they inevitably lead to goodbyes. As the Express's logs indicate, it seems some passengers decided to call Penacony their permanent home. Even if they left the stars behind them, their Trailblaze would not be over. That's also what the conductor thinks, isn't it? According to the passenger list, the 3 people who got off were Tiernan, Legwork, and Rosalina, the Express's guard, mechanic, and surveyor, respectively. No supplementary details are available.
Just names and occupations? And they don't even sound like their real names either. This'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
We'll just leave it to the stars of fate. Considering the Nameless's diversity, perhaps we might even stumble upon their descendants. Or, against the slimmest of chances, the very individuals themselves. We'll conclude today's navigation meeting on this point. There's a bit of time left before we jump. In the meantime, it might be a good idea to double-check your bags.
I'll broadcast an announcement before we jump.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not another one. Come with me. These questions have no meaning, but I will answer you as best as I can. This is the border between reality and the memory zone, a dreamscape. Right this moment, you and I have coincidentally shared the same dreamscape and appeared in each other's minds. This is the Land of Dreams' inaugural welcome for us.
Welcome to the Reverie. May you experience an unforgettable holiday. If you need help checking in, please head straight to the concierge.
Leave this realm, and rise as you would on any other day. Forget this fortuitous encounter and return whence you came. But before you do, I would make a request of you. You evoke memories of an old friend. In the haze of my recollections, she stood shoulder to shoulder with me. Much like this surreal dreamscape where we stood close, yet forever out of reach. Now, imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, and ultimately yourself. Everyone and every face they remember, the joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging, all will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. If you had grasped the journey's finale right from its inception, I would ask, would you still embark on this journey? The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming long night, I'm afraid you will face many tribulations and witness many tragedies. And finally, your sight will only see black and white. But please believe me that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will reappear before you once more. What you must do now is ponder its significance. And then you can return to the waking world. That's where we all find our answers.
We're here at last! Oh, the family sure doesn't play around with their entry protocols. Our bags probably know what it feels like to be a celebrity now with all that attention. I wouldn't have put it past them to try and nab that Stellaron from inside you. Aside from that, I have to say the family has been really accommodating. Well, the hassle was worth it. Just look at this grand hotel lobby! And those endless rows, they're all rooms, right? Just think of the number of guests staying here. Where are our rooms? Come on, Mr. Yang and the rest must be at the front desk. Let's hurry up and meet them there.
Welcome to the Reverie. May you experience an unforgettable holiday. If you need help checking in, please head straight to the concierge. I'm Misha, a bellboy working here on Penacony. Pleased to be at your service. If you need help with your baggage...
Over here. Something's not right.
Should you need assistance with moving luggage to your room, feel free to contact me. Please, go ahead. Don't keep your friend waiting.
I'm sorry, but your name really isn't in the system.
But in the information I received from the Astral Express, it states that we already reserved rooms. Please, check again for me.
Yes, ma'am. Please give me a moment. The Astral Express, 4 platinum guest rooms, whose names include Mr. Welt Yang, Miss Himiko, Miss March 7th, and Mr. Don Hung. These are the only 4 names on the reservation list.
Don Hung. I understand. No wonder our friend's name here is missing. When we responded to the family's invitation, she hadn't even arrived on the express. Something came up in Don Hung's schedule, and he couldn't make it. I have an idea. Could you reassign his room? It's still the same number of people.
She's a new passenger aboard our Astral Express. We can vouch for her status.
Even if that is so, I'm afraid... No, I'm not doubting your status. It's just...
Well, it's just that right now, we're on the eve of the Charmony Festival. Penacony's most important moment of every era. And with the family's invite, all guests from all over the cosmos have thronged this place. Hotel security is on high alert with zero room for error. And with such a last-minute change, it really isn't something that this young lady's words can resolve on a whim. My esteemed guests from the Astral Express, please do not make it harder for her.
We're sorry for all the trouble our check-in seems to have caused. Might I ask for your name?
I am the humble aventurine of the IPC's Strategic Investment Department, a non-performing asset liquidation specialist and subordinate to Supervisor Diamond. I was cordially invited by the watchmaker. I also happen to be a traveler that's had to stand behind you for quite a while.
Leave it to me. I've heard that the IPC has also received Penacony's invitation, so forgive me if I'm mistaken, but you must be the representative. The IPC's elite certainly does have an extraordinary air about them. I suppose such an exceptional figure such as yourself wouldn't mind paving a convenience for us?
I must be hearing things. Paving a convenience? Shouldn't I be saying this to you instead? I've been waiting here for more than 10 minutes. Do you know how many credits 10 minutes is worth to me?
It must be an inordinate number, which is why now, Mr. Aventurine, I have an investment that you absolutely cannot miss out on. The IPC's influence runs deep and wide, and their word wields the utmost authority. We hope to borrow your status to vouch for her. As such, you won't just be sparing much of your invaluable time, but also forging new friendships.
Well, this is interesting. And how will my new friends benefit me?
Now this is a topic very much worth getting into. Just as we are guests of the Watchmaker, why don't we make ourselves comfortable in Penacony before getting to know each other more elaborately?
Sounds good. But, Miss Navigator, I must point out that if I do something about it now, the time saved is from my own effort, not a favor from you all. But what you said in the second half, I loved it. Friends, yes, nothing is more precious than friends. Especially a righteous trailblazer like a Nameless. Going forward on this Penacony trip, I'll be counting on all my trailblazer friends here. Looking forward to a delightful time with you all.
I'm glad you've put it this way. So about the vouching...
There you go, miss. Please allow her to check in on my account. I have an appointment with the family's Mr. Sunday. I will ask him to handle this matter later. Don't worry, I won't cause you any trouble.
But
Ali, just a moment. The family cannot allow guests to enter a dream while bearing burdens.
Oh, speak of the devil, look who's here. It's Sunday, the most handsome man in Penacony. Along with a singer renowned across the universe, Robin.
He said you were the most dashing person in Penacony. How interesting.
I've kept you waiting, Mr. Aventurine. This way, please. Let us speak in private.
We're finally here. Let's all head to our rooms first and put down our bags. Welt, how about a drink first? Penacony's Soul Glad is very famous.
Go on. We may be thinking of the same thing.
Do you remember the invite that the Express received?
The family's esteemed guests are cordially invited to Penacony to participate in our grand celebration. That's why we're here in the first place.
You recall correctly, but there was more to this invite. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
I don't remember that part of the invite. You mean there was a hidden message?
This is the part that intrigues me. The invite sent by the family was nothing more than a music box that, when wound, would play an accompanying tune. But the box that was sent to us was slightly unusual. The music it played had off-key notes in the background. I recorded these dissonant notes, and they were a perfect match with the gravity wave frequency when the Express made its warp jump. Also, the Express engine's spatial curvature was its encryption key.
A distress call method regularly used by the Nameless.
I can't be certain. It may be a masked fool's trap. From the execution itself, the Riddlers or Inquisition spirits could have done this themselves.
When did you discover this?
When we were handling that Lawfu Stellaron matter, I told Pom Pom about it first thing.
It's no wonder that IPC Ambassador also mentioned this Watchmaker. The invite he received must also have contained a hidden message, and it seems like he decoded it. There's something else on my mind. When the invite was brought up, that family leader mentioned being one of the actual administrators of Penacony, and that it was their duty to relieve us of any problems. In hindsight, there was more to that statement. He also had Miss Robin with him. I'm no singer, but her voice sounded a little strange. Would a singer really take to the stage if their voice wasn't in top shape?
Are you saying you suspect that the family did not send the invite and is hiding something from us?
It's possible. The fact that the family sent out invites to the other factions is already unusual, and your discovery confirms that there could be a third party involved. I take back what I said. This event is becoming more interesting with each passing second. Why didn't you tell the others?
We shouldn't interfere if this is just an internal affair of Penacony or the family.
But you said so yourself. This could concern the Trailblaze.
Well, I did. Which is why, before we set off, I told March 7th and Don Hung about this.
So I was the only one kept in the dark then.
That's because you were zonked out the whole ride. No one had the chance to tell you.
Who sent the invite? What is the purpose of gathering all of the factions into Penacony? And why does the family choose to remain silent about their knowledge of this? There are too many unanswered questions. We must use the utmost caution before we go deeper. Right now, let's just focus on the conductor's request. We'll collect intel while enjoying this wonderful vacation. Penacony is, after all, a famed resort of the cosmos. Not many get a chance to even visit in their lifetime.
How fortuitous. We meet again. A lucky block number, a lucky floor, a lucky room number. You have no idea how much I went through to book this precious space. And now I've given it to you. Treasure it well, friend. Think about the type of people who can even afford to stay here. If it wasn't for my brilliant plan, you think the family would offend those bigwigs just to sate the paltry whims of an unsought guest such as yourself? So sit down and let's have a chat. With everything said and done, I think I deserve at least this much, right? My goal is simple. Help the IPC retrieve some things that belong to them in the first place. If you agree, when this is done, you will stand to reap great rewards, as well as the preservation's protection. It's clear you're not just one of the crowd. You possess a distinct quality, so magnetic that it could sway the outcome of any game. That power, you really don't wish to use it. Or, you don't want to be rid of it. Why not use it to etch your name across the stars? The power that men both fear and desire is right in the palms of your hands. Miss Stellaron, have I hit the nail on the head? I don't do deals where I'm on the losing end, so I hope that friends don't let me down. I already said there's no rush to give me an answer, because no matter what happens, the outcome will remain the same. Oh yes, before I go, let's play another game. A simple game to get to know each other better. You just have to guess which hand the chip is hiding in. It'll help you get a better grasp on my personality and the way I do things. Left or right? Get ready. I'm about to reveal the answer. No? I didn't get your answer. Oh, but that's fine, because... Friend, the game has already begun. Allow me to make you an offer. One you can't refuse. No reason to choose otherwise. And no other choice.
Hello there.
Huh?
What are you doing in my room?
Your room? Well played, friend. You haven't been in Penacony long, but you already know how to rope people into your cause. Oh, don't misunderstand. That was a mere reminder. This place runs deep with plenty of unsavory characters. Don't forget to stay on your toes. Like, keeping your door closed. I'll make my exit now. Have a pleasant stay.
Please relax. Feel the ebb and flow of your body. Just focus on breathing and imagine you're in paradise. Imagine a dreamland.
What's that? What happened?
What?
What is it, Ratio? Why the long face? Hey, I just realized. Where's that handsome bust of yours?
You're late. By 4 minutes and 16 seconds. You better have solved the mystery of Akavili's fall. Otherwise, I suggest not tangling with the nameless.
You mean you don't believe me when I say I truly wish to befriend them?
Clamorous people do not make friends. Fun fact, the Atini Peacock boasts one of the universe's more jarring songs, and your choice of attire is somewhat peacock-esque. It seems this peacock is short of a feather or two. The family's been rummaging through your things, haven't they?
Yeah, by that gray-suited fellow. All the cash gifts and the box containing the cornerstones. Huh? Where are you going?
Back home. To tell the corporation that some idiot ruined everything.
Oh, it's nothing more than a few rocks. Why so serious? Who cares if they're gone?
Without that aventurine stone, you're nothing more than a doomed Sigonian thrall, sentenced to die by the IPC. Or is that serial number on your neck a cherished memento from the Amber Lord?
You're funny, I'll give you that. It appears our erudite friend has done his homework.
It's my job. How would a gambler wrest Penacony back from the IPC otherwise?
Don't worry, Doctor, I have my ways. The family fears interference from the IPC, hence their constant intervention. Or to play devil's advocate, perhaps Penacony might have always been a ruse under the guise of the Harmony. If you ask me, that invite is nothing but a self-planted diversion. A red herring. Or maybe they're thinking of pulling off something big during the Charmony Festival. Or someone else made the invite, and they acquiesced to elevating the magnitude of the plan. Well, regardless, be it the family or the Watchmaker's legacy, as long as they're all useful to me.
Get to the point. What's your plan?
Well, no need to expand on that now. It's not yet time to reveal my trump card.
Damned gambler. Any true collaboration demands trust. Did that notion somehow escape your Sigonian upbringing?
Then, do you trust me?
That depends on you.
So you don't trust me either. Now that was easy, wasn't it? Also, I didn't go to school, and my parents didn't teach me any of that. A pity. They left before they could impart any life lessons.
I did not mean to offend.
I'm not offended. But they did teach me that friends are weapons of the Abgens. Even under the watchful eye of the Harmony, we need as many friends as we can get. Let's see. The Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express have already made contact. The Annihilation Gang, I can't really count on them. The Knights of Beauty haven't given their answer, and as for the bunch at the tavern... Speaking of which, I ran into a woman just now who introduced herself as a Galaxy Ranger. The whole conversation felt off. Help me look into her... Huh? Oh, you don't really disdain me that much, do you? Well, seems like I'm on my own again.
Don't even think about running away. You stowaway.
Sorry for bothering you. Please, I need your help.
Hey, look! She has an accomplice.
Ha! Good work! Now we can nab them both in one go.
That's enough, boys.
Sir.
What's gotten into you all? Open your eyes and take a good look. Is this lady the stowaway we're looking for?
Huh? Who's this?
Don't you know him? Look at his brown hair and grey vest. He's the officer, sent here by the family to maintain order at the Charmony Festival.
I see. Sir, the thing is, we're trying to apprehend a stowaway. And that young lady there looks very suspicious. We're sure she's the one.
That's nonsense. Take another look, will ya? The witness report says that the suspect is a lad with silver hair, and you guys are going after a girl with silver hair. Does that even make sense? She's our guest. Well, just get out of my way and I'll take care of this.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Without your kind help, I wouldn't know what to do.
Just part of the job. I need to get going. If you need help, you can reach out to me through the young bloodhounds in this area. I wish you an enjoyable experience in this land of dreams.
I owe you a big one. If it hadn't been for you, I might have been taken away by them. Thank you so much. By the way, I've just noticed. You're a nameless, right? Is this your first time here on Penacony? You bet! The Interastral Peace broadcast recently did a whole segment about your glorious achievements. I also know that you guys often travel around different places in the cosmos. Did the family invite you here? I'd be happy to show you around. Although the Bloodhounds mistook me for a stowaway, I'm actually a local. My name is Firefly, and I'm from the Iris family. I work as a stage performer, although right now I'm just an extra. When there are no acting gigs, I work as a guide near Glocks Avenue. If you don't mind, I can show you all the exciting things around here. Maybe if I do my job as a guide, people will stop suspecting me. Glad to hear that. After all, you just did me a huge favor. Penacony's golden hour is pretty amazing, isn't it? I know, right? It's a dream that's loving and forgiving to everyone. Just like the family. It's vast and deep like an ocean. Even the humblest people can find solace here. I really appreciate your help earlier today. That's why I took the chance to introduce this beautiful place to you. It was willing to accept me, even though I didn't belong here. I've grown very fond of this place. and that makes me want to share it with others. I'm a lawful resident. At least now I am. Hey, could you come closer? Closer, please. I have a question for you. Did you travel here alone? I see. I'm not sure whether you realized it or not, but I took you through a very long scenic route and visited all kinds of places just now because... well, someone's been following you. Don't turn around. I'm certain that you're his target. He's been on our tail since we parted ways with Mr. Gallagher. I wondered whether he was a friend of yours, but my instincts told me he wasn't. He's about 5 feet, 11 inches tall, give or take. Judging from his strong build, it's clear that he's well trained. He walks in long strides, but his steps are light and barely audible. That way of walking doesn't leave footprints. He looks like a skilled fighter, the covert kind. He has large palms, yet his fingers are slender and nimble. I reckon he has experience using knives, like a short sword or a dagger. Do you know anybody like that? A maroon jacket, emerald eyes, dark blue hair. Ah, he's coming our way.
Hey, well, if it isn't my most loyal customer, the Trailblazer Girl. It's been such a long time, old friend. What a coincidence to run into you here. Oh my, I'm in luck today. Yes, it's none other than your old friend, Sampo. You're surprised to see me? You know, it's thanks to you that I can be here. You helped Urello 6 open up to the outside.
This gentleman is?
Oh, Miss March, don't you remember me? After all the favors I did for you all in Bellabog?
My name is Firefly. I'm a stage performer from the Iris family.
Oh, no wonder. I was just thinking, there's no way Miss March could change her appearance so dramatically in such a short time. It's my pleasure to meet you. My name is Sampo, and I'm an old pal of hers. Oh, seems like we're getting on the same wavelength now.
Mr. Sampo, what's the purpose of your visit to Penacony?
My purpose? You're funny. What else can I do in Penacony? Well, I just hang around, daydream, and do the things that anyone on vacation would do. Speaking of which, old pal, since fate brings us here, I'm obliged to give you a tour of this area. I've been watching you two for a long time. Miss Firefly does know Penacony well, but when it comes to entertainment for grown-ups, I think I can do much better.
Entertainment for grown-ups?
Looks like my analysis is spot on. Follow me, you two. Let me give you a taste of the adult world. What a bummer. I was really looking forward to seeing how our friend was going to overthrow the Garbage King. What a huge pity. Such a meaningful dream came to an abrupt halt because of Miss Firefly. I was looking forward to seeing your face when the truth dawned on you. Don't you want to find out the truth behind the dream? Don't let all that pretty scenery in the dream world distract you from your goal. As soon as you get complacent, you'll lose sight of the truth. Don't you think this dream bubble looks really similar to modern-day Penacony? A small stage is crowded with a bunch of scheming people. None of them want to be exposed under the spotlight, so they all push you to the front. You're not at home anymore, kid. You've wandered into the depths of the unknown. Let me put it to you straight. Don't let yourself get enticed by that glowing light. I'm gonna be very disappointed if you get bamboozled by the likes of them. Seems like you really do have no clue. Turn around and take a look. Is that girl still here? She claims to be a local, but doesn't know how this world works. All she's got is street smarts. Who exactly is she? You don't find her the least bit suspicious? You better hurry up and confront her if you have any questions. Don't let her off scot-free. See you around, pal. Don't let me down.
Have you heard of this song? It's called If I Can Stop One Heart from Breaking by Robin. Her songs are played in the Dreamland from time to time as the Charmony Festival is drawing close. This spot is the closest place to the sky in the dreamscape. It's far from the hustle and bustle of the city and free from the bickering among the Dreamweavers. You can feel the moment. The scenery, the people and the dreams, without being disturbed by anyone. How beautiful. Time is frozen at this golden hour. This golden dream shared by the fool from the tavern and the memo keeper from the Garden of Recollection, the Wandering Ranger and the IPC ambassador, the Astral Express Nameless, and me. Everyone falls asleep here equally, regardless of our different agendas. I'm sorry. I really am a stowaway. I knew I couldn't hide it from you. My hometown was destroyed a long time ago. It was probably the doing of the Legion or the Swarm, but I'm an interstellar refugee. Just like many of the Penacony locals. The Harmony accepts everyone, including wanderers from afar. The family takes them in, but they don't belong here. In this splendid metropolis, some have a dream called Penacony, but some have dreams that are no different from reality. Even though everyone who comes here harbors the same motive in the beginning. And it's likewise for me. I have a wish I want to achieve so badly in the real world. But I can't. So I want to give it a shot here. entropy loss syndrome. Have you heard of this term? It's a strange condition. Those suffering from it will experience an irreversible chronic dissociation of their physical structure. This means they will slowly fade away, and the process is barely noticeable to others. You can still run, jump, and talk as usual. Everything seems normal. But then you'll start doing everything slightly slower than others. And then even slower than that. Until the lines between your body and the entire world become blurry. You won't be able to tell reality from dreams because they have all been shattered. So how could I possibly resist it? I mean, can you imagine? I can actually free myself from this icy medical cabin in this dream. I can forget about all the doctor's advice. I can listen and see and touch and think and understand whatever I want with my body. So although this world isn't real, this experience is priceless. Just like this moment. I'm sorry. For certain reasons, there are things I can't reveal to you yet. But there are also things you should know. I am, in fact, after the Watchmaker's legacy. But that doesn't mean we have to go our separate ways and be enemies. But at least, I really hope things don't turn out that way. Thanks. In my dream, I saw a scorched earth and a new sapling emerging from it. It bloomed against the morning sun, and it whispered to me. I still remember the question on the invitation letter. Why does life slumber? You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. The nightmarish past will disperse and fade away like bubbles in water, and the future that you don't want to face will never come. Why do people choose to sleep? I think it's because they're afraid to wake up from the dream. I'm sorry. Things are getting all bleak and serious. Let me see what I can do to lighten the mood. I mean, don't you have a lot of friends on the Astral Express? What would you guys do if something like this happened?
We meet again, my dear. It looks like you have not taken my warnings to heart. A pity. Are you so enchanted by that girl? You're just so blind.
Careful. I'm more than certain now that there's something not right about this friend of yours.
Oh, this brave little girl appears to be protecting you. I wonder why. Are you two that close?
You talk too much.
Oh, I love your attitude, my dear. I have to admit you're different from your friend here. Your senses are much sharper. Even so, you are lagging far behind the main party. Have you not noticed yet what the family is hiding? The secret behind this sweet dream? And as for you, the trailblazer who saved the ice world, I wonder how many things Sempo glossed over when recounting the happenings on Yarilo 6. Oh well, it was my problem for trusting him. I'm really, really disappointed in you. Excuse me. Why don't you rest
For a little while. Inside the real dreamscape. Oh?
What is this monster?
If you don't know the right technique, you might never return from the shadow of death, emerging without a scratch. See you next time. Hurry. You're awake, lazy bug. Looks like you had a nice dream.